Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. Today I'm going to talk about small talks. I'm going to give you a real life example and I'm going to tell you how we can start talking to people. What is small talk? How do we start and how does it help us to start a conversation with people we don't know much, or we are not very friendly with them, or we meet at any gatherings or office or our workplace or anywhere else? How do we start talking to people and what all topics we can talk about, right? And how can we do small talks, or how do we initiate small talks? So I'm going to give you a real life example and I'm going to tell you how you can have conversation with anyone, anywhere, on any topic. Stay tuned. On that note, guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession. And I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, guys, come on, quickly subscribe my channel. Like my videos, share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. I come up with new ideas so that you can start utilizing or using those ideas in your own practical situations. And guys, practical situations does work. If you start speaking on practical situations and real life conversations, it is definitely going to benefit you at the end of the day. So, and you will see a good progress at the end of a month at least. Yeah. So do follow my videos and do watch it and give me a like also in my videos so that it reaches to maximum people who really need help and they can benefit something from my videos at least. So guys, I recently went to a wedding function, or I attended a wedding which was not a close family affair. They happened to be my distant relatives, but we were related. So I got to go to this wedding. I was not very sure about everybody. I didn't recognize everybody there. I didn't knew them much because they were my distant relatives and probably after childhood. And I haven't met them since ages. This was the time when they invited me to the wedding and I thought of going there and meeting people and interacting with them. So this was a complete different scenario for me. There I was expected to meet a lot of people whom I didn't know, right? I didn't knew. So what did I do there? How did I interact there? What did I speak about? I am going to tell you everything in detail here so that you can also start speaking to people in the same way whom you don't know, or you have met the first time, or you are not very familiar with, or anyone. How you can start talking to anybody, anywhere, anytime. This is basically what my idea is. So I'm going to give you examples and I'm going to give you how I started speaking to people and what all things happened to me at the wedding and how was the wedding and how was my overall experience at the wedding. Okay, so I went to this wedding. I could barely recognize the groom and his parents. Okay, so I went there and searched for uncle and auntie. I recognized them and I congratulated them. I gave the gift and then I went to the stage and I went onto the stage and met the groom and his wife and I congratulated them as well. Then we clicked some photos with the couple, which is as usual, right? That is a routine everywhere in the weddings. When you go on stage, it is a ritual that photos will be clicked. You have to wait for 5 minutes there. You have to pose with the bride and groom and then then you can come down from the stage. So I went there, I congratulated them. I didn't say much. I just said hi, hello, and I said congratulations on your wedding and all the best for your future. And then we clicked some photographs. That was it. That is what I spoke to the bride and the groom. Okay. And then I came downstairs and their parents were standing there. Then I again came there and I started speaking to them because, I came for the first time after a long time. I met them and I have to speak something, right? I have to talk to them as well. So I went to them and I started speaking to them. So after congratulating, the first thing I said that, we met after a long time and I'm so happy that you have invited me so that I can meet you guys and refresh my memories. And they was very happy about it. They also agreed to it. Then I started talking about the wedding. I said, the decoration is really beautiful. This area is quite spacious. I love this. And then I spoke about the bride and the groom. They're looking very good together as a couple. Nice choice. And then just to have a conversation, I just asked them, how did you find her? Just to start the conversation, I just started about how did you find her, like her daughter-in-law. And then they started laughing. It was just a joke because nowadays, of course, people know each other and they want to get married. And then, the parents come in and then they start the process basically. So then they started laughing and then they told me that, it was my son's choice and we met her and we liked her. We liked her parents also, her family as well. And then we thought of taking it ahead. They got engaged sometimes back and then we fixed the marriage date and now it's happening. So this is what they told me about how they found the bride. So this is how we start a conversation. First thing, of course, at a wedding, what you can do is you can congratulate the parents or whoever the person is and the bride and the groom. You have to congratulate them. And then, of course, if after a long time you're meeting them, of course, you can say, hi, how are you? We're meeting after a long time, right? But I'm glad that I got an opportunity to meet you all at this event. Okay, this is a very formal thing to say. We all say this in our own mother tongue as well. It's just that we have to translate it in English. Okay, so this is the first thing we can say. The second thing was, I went to the groom's parents and I just spoke about the wedding. Like, the decoration is quite beautiful. The couple is really looking good and, the place is really amazing. It is a good place. There's a nice space here, to accommodate all the guests. So I spoke about the wedding venue. Okay, how it is, how I felt about the venue. And then I just, jokingly asked, how did you find her? She's such a cute girl. She's such a nice soul. How did you find her? And then just to take the conversation ahead, they started speaking about how they found the bride. Okay, so this is how we initiate a conversation. Okay, the next thing what they said was, after all these things, they started about asking about my parents. How are they? When are they coming here? Or did I go and visit them? So lots of questions they also started asking me. How's your parents? How are they? When are they coming? If they come here, do visit us with your parents. All these things they started talking about. And then they finally asked me about food. Like, you can go and have food. There's a buffet system. You can start having food. Okay, so they asked me to have something to eat. Then I started searching for food. I thought of where to start from. And the first thing I attacked was the Pani Puri and the chaat section. I went there, I had Pani Puri, I had chaat, I had dahi bhalle, and I had some aloo tikki as well. So just small portions of everything because of course you will have all these things and your stomach will be full. So I just had small servings of everything, but I wanted to taste all the things which are available there. So then I went to the starter section. I enjoyed some chicken starters and veg starters as well. I tasted everything, small quantities. Then I went to the main course. There was a lavish buffet. Everything was there, veg, non-veg, everything was there. So I love biryani. So I went to have biryani. So I took some biryani on my plate. And apart from that, I love kulchas and naans also. So I took a piece of naan and I took some vegetables along with it, with some salads and raita and everything else. And I took my plate and wanted to sit down calmly and eat. I found a table and I went there to sit. When I started having food, somebody else came to my table and said, "Hi, how are you? Long time." And I just looked up and I saw the person. I saw her and I was not able to recognize that person. I was completely blank. I didn't know who she was. I still managed to put on a smile and I just said, "I am good, thank you. How are you? Please have a seat." And then she sat there. And the first question she asked me was, did you recognize me? And I was like, what do I say now? So I just thought of sugar coating my words because I didn't want to be upfront and say, no, I didn't recognize you. So I said, yeah, it has been a long time. So that's why I'm a bit confused. And then she immediately said, I understand, don't worry. I am so and so. She then told about her, like, who is she, what is her name, and who is she. And then I immediately recalled her. I said, oh, that's great. Thank you for helping me. I recognized you, but I was a little confused. So anyways, how are you doing nowadays? And then she started telling about how is she doing, what is she doing, where is she located, and everything about her family and all. I also started talking to her. And then I asked her to have food, whether she had food or not. This was another topic which I took up to speak to her because, after having all the discussions about family and things, what else we can talk? Because we don't have a common ground, right? We are meeting after a long time. I don't even remember her. So the other topic which I started picking up was about food. Did you have food? Or do you want to have something from the buffet? She said, yes, I had food. I am quite full now. I was about to leave and I just thought of meeting you. And then I asked about how was the food and what is there in the dessert section? What should I try from the dessert section? And then she started speaking about it. Yes, you can try the rabdi jalebi or you can try the ice cream or the kulfi. Okay, so then she started talking about it. And then she told me about the noodles are also very good. The chicken Manchurian is also very good. So she started speaking about how the food was and what she enjoyed eating and what should I try? What else should I try? So this was another topic I took up with her. Okay, I started talking about food. Okay, so this is what I spoke to her about. And then after having a conversation for another 10 minutes, then she left. Okay, I had food, I was full. I had my main course and then I went to the dessert section. When I went to the dessert section, I met a couple of people there whom I greeted and everybody greeted me. And then again, they started asking about me, who I was. So I gave my introduction and I got to know that they are also my relatives. And then we started speaking about how we are connected. So another topic for small talk is during this relative's wedding or family wedding or family reunion is about how we are connected to each other. If we are first or second cousins, we know. But then third cousin, fourth cousin, and it's a little difficult to remember. So everybody started talking about how they are connected, how we all are connected to each other. And that was a funny discussion. Trust me on this. Start talking about it. You will get to know how funny it is. So they started talking about your mother or your father and my father were good friends. And then they were relatives also. They were cousins also. And then, blah, blah, blah. So it was all very confusing, but we really enjoyed that conversation and we were laughing the whole time. So that was another conversation we started having about how we all are connected to each other. And then after that, another topic which came up during our discussion after that discussion was about jobs. Okay, the job market and what kind of job they were doing and what is the scope and everything. We started talking about the recent trends in the market, in the job market and how it is, how good is it, how bad it is. So we started talking about the job market and the companies and the policies and everything else. We started talking about and what they are doing right now and what they are thinking about doing next. So we started discussing about our present and future and about our professions. So that was another topic which we started taking up. This was also a small topic. Okay, about our profession, about the market trends and about the jobs in the market and the company culture as a whole. So we started speaking on this topic as well. So after this discussion, it was late and then I thought of leaving for home. So I again went to the couple and I congratulated them, said bye to them. I went to the parents like uncle and auntie. I congratulated them again and he said bye and I invited them to my place as well. And then I came back home. Okay, So this was how I attended a wedding which was not very known to me. They were my relatives, of course, but I haven't met them since ages and they were my distant relatives. Okay, but I thought of going there so that I can start meeting people and I will start recognizing them and start talking to them or interacting with them. It's always good to interact with people, right? With people whom you have known, right? Or you don't know also. That's fine. I mean, of course, we should start interacting with everybody, right? So that is why I took that initiative and I went there and I started speaking to people there. Okay, so this is how I started talking to people with the help of small talks. And I've taken up different topics, different small talk topics also. And I spoke to everyone about it. Okay, so next time when you are at an event or a party or anywhere else where you don't know people, you can start taking up small talk topics like food, politics, I don't know, economy, job market, hobbies, profession, travel, weekend plans, etc., etc. There are lots of small talk topics which you can pick up and have a conversation with people for 5-10 minutes. Okay, these topics are such that, people are interested in talking about it. You will get to speak something about the topic. The others will also get to speak about something about the topic. And then after that discussion, you can all say bye and leave, right? So that is why small talk topics are very much required. So start using this method of having small talk with people on these topics, and it is definitely going to help you in improving your English fluency and confidence. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.